Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Supernatural Talk. And we are joined by Marcus.
Welcome back.
Let's see. It's been all of what? 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that?
Not long enough.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, it's been a few weeks, so
What?
it's been
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Joanne,
Joanne's already on it.
I can tell.
I want to know where you're at because, no.
Joanne's in Canada.
Oh, well, yeah, but what kind of a function is she at? Because there's none of that going on here.
Hey, sweet Jen.
Oh, there's Jan's in the house.
Well, what are you
Hey,
guys
Jan.
Hey.
was the
Look
intro
who's also here, Adrian.
show.
What's up, Brad? Well,
Jan's
Rob,
been my emotional support all day, along with the
Hey,
other
Robert.
I was not expecting you to start the show with that.
I know. It was. I was like, oh wait, we're going straight into it.
The last minute decision. I thought, you know what? We're going to get going. Let's put it out there right now.
Yep.
It was
You know,
last minute decision.
Adrian, this is Joanne answering your question because it was what Sean said. What do you all want to talk about? And then it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And then the thing what said want to talk about.
Well, okay, the first one I'm too old for. The second one, never been into.
Right.
The third one, never been into. Now you give me rodeo, bull riding, give me a drink, we're good.
Adrian,
Rock-
how are we friends?
So,
Well, I'm in the rock and roll stuff, so that's in progress currently with me. The other stuff, I don't know about that.
small
We're
fact
going
about
to
me,
leave that one
Adrian. I was a bull rider when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
One of my ex-boyfriends was a bull rider.
How did that go?
I love watching it. I love being right there. I have been there too many times when the cowboy fell off and it didn't turn out pretty.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
so I don't, sweetheart, I don't like going if I know the person or if I'm too close, but I barrel raced for a little while.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I did. I started at late 40s. So,
Okay.
and the little horse I had was an old nag, and she started with me.
Oh.
And I think our time ended up being like, I don't know, we probably 35, something like that.
Wow.
It was
Okay.
crazy, but we had fun. It was just local.
That's a bit extended.
Yeah.
We don't.
Well, she was not young, and I don't think if she would have got any faster, I could have hung on.
Well, all I had to worry about was 8, so it was fine.
See, I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now, I don't think we've ever had that kind of experience. I mean, especially coming from a city like Chicago, we're not really associated with that kind of stuff, obviously.
Not
Unless you're in
true.
the southern- unless you're in
Not true. There's
Seriously?
a huge rodeo that goes through Chicago.
There is?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I
there
got-
is.
I didn't know about it. How was I supposed to know?
Radio would even go up to Chicago.
One of the biggest is in Vegas.
Oh, yeah,
Vegas?
the PPR. Yeah.
See, I never knew that we even had anything like that. I really didn't.
Okay, so next summer, I'm gonna find all my cowboy friends. I'm gonna put you on a bull.
Well, no, when you have to, and Marcus, I mean, tell me, when you have to patch up the rider after certain rides, you just lose the interest in watching it. Because I remember I used to date a guy who was riding, and I would, I'd have to patch him up afterwards. So whenever they would call his name to start riding, I had to get up and walk away. I couldn't watch it.
So I enjoyed it. I loved it. But when my right kneecap got pulled about 90 degrees the wrong way,
Yeah.
I had to decide whether or not I wanted to be a ballroom dancer or a bull rider.
You can't do both.
Oh boy.
And, yeah. So I really liked holding girls better than riding bulls.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I gotta say that is a good like tagline for a film or something like that.
Well, do you want a male between your legs or do you want a woman in your arms? I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Right there in black and white.
Who said, oh, Tom?
Stated that.
You never know.
Time in 20 minutes, and I've been left speechless.
Tom, I'm going to tell you, if you've ever ridden an actual bull or a horse, a mechanical bull, you cannot stay on it. You can't, because they're completely different.
Well, here's what he also said about it too.
They're also extremely random because the mechanical bull is on a pattern, isn't it?
No, they can switch it if they
No,
want.
yeah, no, they can control that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it's like
just
it's
located
better
my
to
wrist
pick on the
on
bull than the
camera.
bull on you.
I agree.
In every aspect.
Well,
I agree with Brad on that.
I'm getting a horn shoved up my ass.
well, you know what's even worse than that? I don't know if you guys ever see. There was actually saw something like that on Family Guy, and Peter learned it the hard way when he tried bull riding. I don't know if you guys seen that one. You should check it out. It's funny as hell.
I rode, but I also clowned, and when I was a clown,
Oh.
I never could.
Wait, when you were a clown?
in the
This is
arena.
your thing, Jeremy.
When I was a clown, I speaking on Jeremy's point, I never could stand the horny bulls. They were really bad.
Yeah. I tell you what, the clowns, I have so much respect for them because they're the ones that put their life out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Take clown lessons from Eileen.
No, but
Okay,
I
no.
Brad.
You got to read your disclaimer.
This show needs a disclaimer.
Robert, how you doing, honey?
Not just us, but
Ouch,
some of
Brad.
the audience.
Oh, and you know what? It is true. Here in Chicago, we do have the Chicago Bulls as
That's
a
right.
basketball team.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you putting it together now?
You got the Chicago Bulls, you got the mechanical bulls, you got the rodeo bulls, and then you got the greatest bull of them all, bullshit.
Oh, here's your answer from Robert, Adrian.
Good. You're out of the hospital, right? You're
He
okay?
actually gave me sent me a video of like how he was doing last week. I think he's back at home.
Good.
Awesome.
I know he was healing well, but
He is. He's
I didn't get too much.
he actually when he sent me the video, he was actually showing me like where his leg was, and it's pretty much healed up now. So he's doing really well. And
Last
Brad,
time I saw it, they were debreeding it and still had staples in it.
oh yeah, he's been out for a few weeks now. And Brad,
Sorry,
don't even
I've been behind on everything.
Here's the new catchphrase.
Brad, don't even start.
He's already started. He's already started.
That's why I'm trying to stop him.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I think Marcus needs to read his thing to Nick again.
Hold on. Before we do that, I am going to do this.
Tom, shut up! Don't get my Alzheimer's out, dude.
There you go.
What did you say?
A little disclaimer.
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this with just me. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
We're still here.
Right hand on the book. I, Marcus Bebee, under no duress and of my own free will, read this paper to you that says that I prefer Eileen over Nick as a cooler person, and and that everything I said prior to that about Nick was untrue.
All right, Eileen, what the hell have you done now?
You just changed the whole damn thing.
He did that.
Eileen, what did you offer?
That's cold.
I know he's married, you're married. What the fuck did you offer?
It stems from last week when he was on the chat saying that he liked Nick more.
Well, don't.
Yeah.
I don't even remember seeing that.
I saw that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
What did you pay him with?
That's what I'm asking.
Funny. It was funny because we got on backstage and he did that. It was we just all
We did. It was. I told him he should have waited until we went live to do that.
Yeah, seriously.
That was
Jen, I have offered goodies.
Hey, I would have.
Go down Mississippi and investigate.
Well, and I would offer goodies for her too. She came out to Nebraska.
Careful, Nick, careful. You're about to cross the line you don't know anything about.
Just FYI, the check clears tomorrow, Eileen. It's good.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay.
Oh, come on, Jen. Oh, she still hasn't forgotten this beef stick stuff.
Beef stick. It's beef stick.
I forgot. Your name is still Beef Stick in that one chat.
No, it's beef stick. It's beak stick. Nobody corrected it.
Beak stick?
Yes.
What?
I didn't remember hearing about that.
BK.
No, it was beef stick.
It wasn't last time I saw it.
I'll have to go back and look at that picture. Okay, so if I ever read a statement like that about Adrian or Eileen, you know I'm being held at gunpoint.
I just corrected it.
Okay.
Oh.
I was nice last time. I was nice last week. But he knows me now. So, Brad, kiss my ass. Dude, when I find you, the whole world will know. There's going to be a huge sign and it's going to go viral with your ass sticking up in the air. So I can kick it every time I go by.
She's all ass spread. Yep, right.
Out of it.
And Adrian, apparently Jan's correct. It's supposed to be beef stick, damn it. This beef stick thing is never gonna go away.
So I gotta ask, what is beef stick?
Oh, jeez.
And is it better than fish stick?
Sometimes you just don't ask questions, Marcus.
Dan, you better shut. You love my ass. You need to shut up.
I love it too, Adrian.
This is rated X, Brad, triple X, or even quadruple.
PG. Oh, it ain't even got X. What are you talking about? Oh, never mind. It's Nick. Never mind.
Damn it.
All right, so the beef stick thing originally started with me because I used to eat beef sticks on these shows every week. I used to do that every week, and then I ended up stopping. And next thing I know, whenever we go on these road trips, Nick keeps buying a whole bunch of beef sticks.
No, I don't even eat those.
what? Oh, it was because somebody found something that said Nick's beef stick.
Yeah,
Tammy
there
was the
a
one who
picture
found
of
it.
Nick's- Yeah,
That's what it was. There was a brand that said Nick's beef stick. Was it you who found it, Nick?
yeah,
No, it was
him.
Tammy. Tammy
found
and
it,
Scott
okay.
found it. They called me over to the aisle in the gas station that we were in, and they were like, "Hey, take a look at this." And I look over to, I'm like, "Oh hell no! This is what the?" I was like, "What the hell is this?"
So Jeremy, if you text me your mailing address, I'll send you my beef stick that I can get down the road. They make them; they're really good. They're at the convenience store. They're really good.
Save that one for a different show that we are no longer hired.
Okay, so what I'm going to show
They
you, Marcus,
they
I
make them.
actually.
They hand roll.
What I'm going to show you, Marcus, is actually that picture, because we took a picture of it when we were at the gas station, and I should admit I was embarrassed as hell when we found this. Here it is.
Oh, look, Nick. Look,
What?
Nick. Jen likes a good beef stick.
I love you, Jen.
That's Scott.
That's my
Yeah,
sister.
that's Scott holding it. Tammy took the picture, and Scott's holding it for some reason.
That's holding it. He's
Nick's
pointing at it.
beef sticks. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm caught up now. We can roll forwards now.
Yeah.
So remember when we do our Christmas card thing? We've got everybody's address, and we can always send some beef sticks to Nick.
Oh shit.
Or a variation of if we want to make him grow up very quickly.
On a serious note, Marcus, I will take some alligator sticks. Just saying.
I can do that.
That is
okay.
a good idea. Instead of
When it gets there, but I'll do it.
Christmas card, send him a Christmas beef stick.
You know, Jeremy, Kate was asking, could you eat a beef stick next week? She's never seen those things.
I don't really want to, because how everything is. At least not on a show.
Adrian, look what you did. Now everyone's asking about sending beef sticks. Large beef stick wrapped in cheesecloth. Jeremy, I think I came in the wrong time.
Only if you're shy, Jerry. Only if you're shy.
You think you just eat one at a time, or are they like fries? You can eat like 5 or 6.
No,
Oh, yeah, just one.
you can only eat one at a time.
With that crazy mass, yeah.
That reminds me, I need to do another post for the Christmas cards. I had planned on doing that once a week until Thanksgiving. I've got over 30 people already, so that's pretty awesome.
I'm assuming you
That's
already added
always
us,
been
right?
fun.
You gotta message me, otherwise I am not going to add you. I am not going to assume that you want to be added, because I know that's a bad
I
thing.
didn't put my name on it this year only because I know with me moving, and then right after I move, I'm taking a girls' trip to Florida. So I know I won't be able to participate sending them out. So I figured that would be the only fair thing, not to ask
Yeah,
people
that's what
to
I
send me
did
stuff
last year,
if I'm not
too.
able to sit out.
Yeah.
Guess what, Jeremy? You see see the message I just said?
Yeah, that's why I said in that initial post, you need to message me, because I know some people in the past have said, "Hey, count me in," and they put it in the comments of that post. I
Yep.
don't always get the notifications for that.
Right.
So that's why I said specifically, message me and I will get you added.
We've been doing it, what, 3-4 years now?
I started it in 2019.
Okay,
So
so
I've
I've
been
been
doing-
involved 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, about same for me too. I started
3
around
years.
2020.
3 years. I've been
Yeah,
involved
3 years too. 2020, I got
I
involved.
kept all the cards because it's all so cool. And You know what's really bad is now you look back on some of them, and some of those people are deceased now
Yeah.
that we have cards from.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh
Speaking
God,
of,
Tom.
remember Cecilia? I'm packing, and I came across.
Actually, that is not a bad idea. A candy cane beefsteak.
I don't need to eat
Ew,
something like that. I'm
what is
good.
wrong with you? Did you eat dinner tonight?
Nasty.
No, just
Chris, I
colored like that. It doesn't change the taste at all. It just looks like a candy cane, but it's a beefsteak.
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Adrian,
she's like, I just don't even know what to think. People use beef sticks as straws.
Okay, that's like using paper as straws. Your drink tastes like paper. No. And Eileen, you said you're going where? Florida?
Yeah, me and my friend are taking a girls' trip to
Okay.
Panama City.
I was gonna say if you're going to California, I was thinking California there for a second, but yeah, you'll be eating paper straws. Yeah, say hi to my aunt, my cousin, everybody over there. Yeah.
Nick, that is Russet Way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I got you added.
Robert, candy cane beef sticks for all the elves that took a secondary job as strippers to pay the bills.
Tom, what kind of Christmas you having there, dude?
Brad, I'm good. I'll make every newspaper. It's
Of
going to
course you
say,
would.
"Woman found murdering Brad."
Yep.
And-
That's gonna happen. One of us is going to do it.
And like you always do, Eileen, since you often do it, a lot of times you'll probably be flicking off the camera.
Well, and here's the thing. I've been to Florida one time for a quick visit, but I've never been to Florida for a fun trip. And I think this trip to Florida is going to be extremely fun.
You gonna go on a bull run?
We're taking wine with us, everything. We're got a room on the beach. We're going to be taking our wine, everything with us.
Brad, man murder with beef sticks. There you go. That's your weapon of choice. Which
There's a
part of
story
Florida?
That
Panama City.
Oh, Panama City.
Panama City or Panama City Beach?
Panama City Beach.
There you go.
Get some gator steaks.
You can
I've been
walk
trying
from
to. I'm
one
trying to
side
get Marcus to
to
send
the
me some. I love gator.
It's good.
I
Gator's good.
had it in Florida. Don't eat it in Florida. It's
No.
not so good.
I was gonna say, is there like a difference like between like gator meat like down in Florida and like Louisiana or
Not supposed to be, no, but they cooked this gator tail and all they put in it was like the fat. And they
Ooh.
made little cubes out of it and deep fat fried. It was disgusting.
I don't
Yeah.
think I have ever had gator meat at all.
neither
Ooh,
have I.
it's good. It's good if it's not just the fat.
Okay, so then I gotta ask them because Adrian, you seem to know a little bit about this more than I do. Again, didn't think Chicago had something like that, but do you know if they do sell it here in Chicago?
They do. They do.
Okay.
It's there. Every state actually has them, and you can order it online. There's it's like a exotic meat shop, and every state has one. You can order them online. You can get ostrich, gator. You can get any kind of meat there is. You're gonna
Now,
pay
ostrich,
us.
I-
Cajun style.
And that is the best piece of meat I've ever had.
Now I'll tell
What
you.
is?
Ostrich.
Well, Brad just said, yeah, ostrich isn't too bad.
Snake is amazing. I love.
I've ever had.
Adrian's heart depends on how it's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love rattlesnake. I had it like barbecued, and that was really good.
Brad, no, I am not looking that up.
I'll tell you
I
what,
am
Marcus.
definitely not looking that up.
If you ever go, when you're in New Orleans, I don't know if it's still around because restaurants come and go so much there, but Dante's Kitchen has
Yeah.
awesome alligator sausage.
I didn't know from Robert that you can eat kangaroo. It's pretty damn good and very lean meat. Practically no fat in it. Didn't know you can eat it.
That's one thing I have not eaten. We traveled. That's true. I love bear.
Hello,
We
bear.
traveled all over the world, and I've eaten things that probably nobody should ever have eaten. The only thing I ever turned
Roadkill.
down. Yeah, no. The only thing I've ever turned down was when we were in Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, one of the two. And they do where they put a live monkey in the middle of the table and then cut their head.
Oh,
You eat
yeah. Leave me out
right
of
while
that.
they're living. I'm sorry. No.
Oh God, no!
I-
That's like that's just wrong.
Not happening.
That's like not even humane.
And I won't do the puffer fish either. I don't trust anybody that much.
Brad, if you send those to me, I will hire Adrian or Eileen to come hunt you down.
Now, normally I would never do this, but I did Google exotic meat shop.
Oh God, Jeremy, how could you?
Now, believe it or not, I actually got exotic meats on here.
There really is. Yes.
I don't even want to know what you're reading.
Neither do I.
It's kind of scary.
For once, I actually agree with Eileen.
No, this is what I got. See it? Exotic meat shop. I actually Googled it. Here it is: ostrich fillets, alligator tenderloins, skinned alligator, New England meat, elk sirloin, black bone chicken. So
yeah, I've had the black chicken. I used to actually raise those. They're black skin chicken. They're actually really good, but
That's interesting.
it's the same as any other chicken. The skin color is just different. I mean,
I had deer sausage for breakfast yesterday. We're good.
So for once, Brad did not lead us astray. Now that might have been an oversight on his part, but
it was because what he caught was something else.
Probably.
Okay.
So
what the hell?
Who is Marcus?
Monkey brains, yeah, are not often too found to be. No, I hope not. They all taste like chicken. No, they do not.
No,
they do
I
not.
bet they don't.
So I got this is kind of strange. We're talking about different cultures. I have a friend who lives in New South Wales. He obviously texted me good morning because it's morning. Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And he said, "Advanced Happy Diwali." The hell is Diwali?
I did not do that, Brad.
Thanksgiving? I don't know.
Okay, there's something going on here.
Nick
There's
would have
probably
gotten
a whole lot wrong. What's going on?
No,
Google that, and now your computer's just boom, 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 boom.
if you look at the chat,
That's what happens when you go to them beef stick sites.
Oh, Diwali is a firecracker day for them, is what he says. That's July for us. So, yeah, you're way advanced there, buddy.
Everything tastes like chicken because it's God's favorite flavor.
And you know this how and what is your reasoning? I want to hear this shit.
Do I want to know?
No, oh no, she's not going to be nasty with that.
okay, we're still live on Facebook. If you guys noticed in the chat where I shared our thing, it is no longer there.
What?
What?
When I shared this show to our chats,
Yeah.
it's now. Well, wait, what the hell?
No, it's here.
It wasn't a minute ago. It was saying
I think your computer's messed up.
something's
Gotta be
going.
blaming the
Anton,
Matrix.
how are you, honey?
No, I will tell you, the other day I was talking to the girls, and all of a sudden, like the chat was completely blank.
Oh, Adrian, to kind of answer like you were saying about New South Wales, it would be the afternoon there. New South Wales is in daylight savings now, unlike where Robert is, because he's in Queensland. That despises the daylight savings.
I'm not sure exactly where this guy is, but every once in a while he tells me good morning and we'll talk. And
Hey, look, we
But-
just. Hey, Nikki. A couple people from Australia watching.
Muthurangam government, whatever that is.
Spirit messing with you, stuck in the Matrix.
That's okay. The Matrix always screws with me.
Yeah, well, when I was
Hey,
looking,
how are you, sweetheart?
an unsupported attachment saying something may have been removed, so I was afraid that the show got removed off of Facebook because I played that intro video of his.
Or maybe something I said. That tends to happen.
Or maybe it was because we talked about beef sticks too much.
But everything is good now. Now it's showing up as everything's showing up on the chats now. So
That gremlin you got in that back corner is what's messing with you.
So I think we're all good. Okay, so
We're thinking of Muppets
been
the same
on
again.
for about 40 minutes now, and we have yet to talk to Marcus about his show.
Hey, can't blame me. I did just say, who is Marcus?
Don't worry. Actually, I looked at. We've only been going for like half hour. It hasn't been a full 40 minutes yet, so we're still good.
So give me 5 seconds and I'll be right back.
Damn it, Adrian, stop telling him that
I don't- I don't-
5. Your time's up.
I'm not sure how to take that. Let's talk about Marcus. I'll be right back. I'm just
Yeah, if that's not a clue, I don't know what is.
Don't tell her I said that.
I tell her it's recorded.
Oh, she'll probably either see it in the replay or her husband, who might be watching right now, will just let her know. So since you have been on the show last time, your third season has come out on YouTube now.
Yes, it has. Hi, Dan. I saw you.
Let's see here. I'm going to go to that page, so you guys might hear some more loud music like what happened last time.
Let's talk about Marcus. Exit stage left even. Red pill or blue pill?
So, Marcus, who are you again?
Well, so Jeremy is doing something, I think.
I'm trying to find your YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's on my subscribe list somewhere.
So, I'll send it to you right now.
Yep, I got
Oh,
it.
you got it? Okay.
Yeah. I was expecting, like last time, when all that loud music came on and people were asking what it was. That was your channel.
Yeah, that was funny. That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, this time it didn't come on, so.
So yeah, season 3 is out, and we've had 2 episodes launch already. We have a special episode. So the last episode, they're all special, but so the last episode is very, I'm not going to say short, but it's kind of short on investigation because my partner Paul. My partner Paul, his mom passed away that night. So we were in Texas, and in the middle of an investigation, he gets the phone call that his mom passed away, and we had to leave, obviously. So that investigation and that whole episode is I dedicated it to his mom, but we did go back and complete that investigation later in the year, so that'll come out later in the season. But hey, Scott. So
Scotty.
Hi, Scott.
Not the next episode, but the one after that, episode 4, we just won an award for at the Ethereal Frames Film Festival. So that was really cool.
That is very cool.
Awesome.
I'll give you applause. Be nice.
Well, I'm going to applause after what he said before we came on to the show.
Well,
it was
but
really
it's
cool.
not recorded.
I wish.
I was very specific when I said, "Are we live?"
We should have been at that moment.
We really should have. Damn it.
Yeah, no, so it was really cool. We won in our category. We won first place, and we almost won best in fest, but somebody else beat us, so we didn't. But it's a great episode, and you guys are gonna love it. Our guestigator cusses a lot the whole episode, so it was great.
Some of us just can't be good.
She was terrified.
Here, you got some applause right here. There you go.
Yeah.
So that reminds me, Marcus. We actually have a meeting tomorrow. But after tomorrow, I'm hoping so, because there's something I want to run by you and see what you think about it, because I think that would be a really, really cool thing. And it's not like we're trying to make money off of it. You make money off it, great, have fun. But I think it would be something really neat.
I'm down for neat ideas.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
he's sweet and innocent.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's
different.
Chris,
very
Michael
different.
is going to strike your ass right now. Oh my God. And if it doesn't, I will strike it next August.
Are you going to be Zeus next year?
My hand will be. I'll strike his ass. I don't give a shit.
With the beef stick? Sorry,
I'm old enough that it doesn't matter. Liars get their butt beat. That's all.
Promises.
Oh, that's awesome. So,
yeah, he's going with us to the Abbey next year. He's part of the Abbey, but this time he'll join us.
Very cool. So we are going. Our next investigation is in Franklin, Louisiana, which is at the end of the world, way down south. Mm-hmm. It's an old, not plantation, but a trowbridge house. If you've ever heard of that, do you know what that? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we're really excited about that one. That's going to be a cool one. We've been trying to get there for about a year and a half. And then I'm working.
Excuse me.
Bless you. I'm working on scheduling Eileen for Natchez jail.
You mean she's actually going to go do something with somebody instead of saying I'm busy?
She's going to jail. She's going to jail.
Wait.
Or better yet,
I get it.
She going to jail.
I get it. You got to have clout before she does that with you. I get it. Your name's got to be out there.
I am investigated with all three of y'all. Thank you very much. I didn't really.
Oh, where'd he go?
Uh-oh.
We ran him off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we no longer have a guest on this show.
Hey, he's back. There he is. Damn it.
What'd you do?
I laughed and I hit leave studio on accident. I apologize. I'm sorry.
So I've investigated with all
Move
three of
your mouse
y'all.
to the edge of the screen.
Yeah, it's over there now. See, it's way over here.
Wow.
So wait, so does this mean we're gonna if you're gonna investigate with Eileen, if she's going to jail, does that mean we're gonna see a mugshot of her eventually?
I've got another jail I investigated.
I can make that happen.
What
Yeah,
did you do? What did you do, Eileen, the last time?
Let's remember that I have paralegal background, so let's dig up some mugshots. How about that?
So
Well, I'm the only one who has a mug shot.
You do or don't?
Oh yeah, you do, because you stole my vest.
I about to say, I think I got popped for stealing a cup.
I prefer not.
See, Marcus didn't meet me in full form.
Oh,
He did not meet the real Eileen.
Okay.
The one that sneaks around.
Your ass, so you didn't get the real Eileen experience.
In my defense, that was for her safety.
No, he doesn't know the cup story.
No.
what? Okay, you better explain that before you go any further, because
That's the one from the temple, Adrian.
Yeah,
temple.
here we go again.
Okay.
Here we go again with
What
a
were you
story.
thinking?
you still
Is it a
need to
cup full of
explain that
V6?
to the audience, because the cup story is not what you think it is.
Did you steal a chalice?
in
Kinda.
my
The
eyes,
Holy Grail.
in my eyes, it was a chalice.
Yes, the Holy Grail.
So growing up, just FYI, I was an altar boy.
I'll let Jeremy explain the cup story, and then you'll see the full Eileen.
Whoa! You're the one who did it.
Okay, leave it to me. All right. So we all four of us were at the Masonic Temple in Salina, Kansas. This is where some of us met each other for the first time with a whole bunch of other people.
This just sounds bad. I'm sorry.
It really did. That's why I said you better get to explain it.
Altar boy needs to definitely come to the Abbey.
Yes.
Dan's daughter wants to be on none.
That could be an adverse reaction. So Nick has this cup that he bought from Spirit Halloween. It is a Nightmare Before Christmas cup, the one with the skeleton inside the actual cup. Okay. And he would have it on this show, on the old show, many times, and she kept teasing him, I'm going to steal it, I'm going to steal it, I'm going to steal it. And he was bound to be damned. She was never going to get her hands on it. Well, at the temple, when we were all having this convention going on, she kept trying to sneak around, getting that cup. He kept catching her, running her off. Finally, it was me and him. We were in front of our booth, just talking. His back is to the booth. I'm seeing everything. This person right here, he actually goes behind our 8 by 8 feet banners, big, massive banners. She goes behind 2 of them, comes out
on the ground, crawling,
knees, crawling, and I swear to you, she was moving like a Black Panther sneaking up on his prey. His cup is on a chair in the middle of the booth. There's nobody in the booth. His cup is on a chair. She snatches it. I am watching this whole thing happen and trying straight.
Stop with her. Yes, son.
She runs off and takes the cup to her booth, which is actually in his eyesight, but she's able to keep it out of view. and thought, okay, let's see how long this takes.
No, she didn't.
2 hours later, he is looking all over the booth, and I'm outside the booth. He looks at me. I start laughing. I cannot contain it anymore. He comes up to me. All right, where's that cup?
Well, just if you weren't staring so much, I probably would have suspected you.
Yeah, I could not hold my laughter in. Eileen took over there. So he runs off, and this is why Eileen was on stage giving a presentation.
Oh,
She doesn't notice that he takes the cup until she gets done with her presentation, and now next thing I know, I'm the traitor.
Well, you are the one that stole his vest, so why would he think differently?
so
Hey,
Nick has a
Sydney.
stick.
True, but the difference is I did not take that vest and hide it somewhere where he couldn't see it.
See, if it would have been you, Ernie Pack would have probably ratted me out because his booth was
Well,
right
I
next to mine.
consider he was also there too, so he probably would have.
Sydney, have you had your surgery, honey?
I hide things from my wife, and when she realized I had my full name, yelled at me. I should have done that, honestly. When I found out it was Eileen who took it. Damn it. Remind me
You
next
don't
time,
know
Sean.
her full name, though.
Well,
Now,
you
when
can't
somebody
probably just.
says middle name, that's when you know you're in deep shit.
Brad. Oh, here you go. Adrian, here's your answer.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, Brad, I will. If you do that, then I'm going to hire both Adrian and Eileen to come after you, and I'm going to get that roach patch ripped off.
Knowing Brad, he's going to put it somewhere where you don't even realize it's there.
Well, I'm going to tell you,
recovery.
because we're getting our bike December 1st. I already have my jacket. The first patch is going on that jacket, which I found out I'm going to have to be very careful. I cannot
Or
put
the Men in
states.
Black.
I can't put states on the patch,
Yeah.
on the jacket. And
I
I
do,
can't
Tom.
put like different things because I guess different gangs or whatever the hell they call themselves have claim to states. So I can't do that. I can do things, but I cannot put states' names on it.
Yeah, the bottom rocker. They say it's strange. They say that you can't use the full state rocker. You could abbreviate it. Like in their view, any group or club can be a town or city club, but not a state club.
Right. So I found that out after I had an idea of putting, all of our patches on it. So I can do things, but the next thing that's going on is a roach with your name on it. Just because.
Oh God, no! Okay, so here's something else that Sydney said. She's doing occupational recovery for her brain.
Okay.
So it affected your brain in some way? Is that what happened?
And while we're waiting for Sydney to respond, here, Jan's got something for you, Marcus. What's the funniest thing you've done to someone behind the scenes?
I was going to get to that one.
That's a great question.
Okay.
So we do tend to, as most people, we like to play a prank, and with guestigators, it's really easy because they're not used to it, right? So, in season 1, my best one ever was in season 1, the last episode. Josh Gorham, before he joined the team in season 2, was with us, and we were at the jail in D. Ritter, the hanging jail, and they had their Halloween decor in a room off to the side, and they had one of those, the Ring girl with the black hair, and she comes from the TV.
Yeah.
They had that doll, and so I'm not going to say I'm a master, but I'm really good at fear in the psyche. And so I didn't just put her like in his path. I put her in a doorway where she was half in the doorway and half out. And so whenever he walked into the room, he saw a figure and it was kind of teetering. And so it looked like it was moving. And he absolutely was terrified. It was amazing. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
It was great. He's like, there's somebody in there. And I'm like, I don't know, go see. And he's like, no, I'm not going in there. It was great. This really big guy is almost in tears. It was awesome.
You gotta
Hey,
love it when the
Denise.
big ones cry.
Well,
Yeah.
Denise.
Hey, sister, and hey, brother Rich.
Speaking of
Priceless.
outtakes, speaking of outtakes, I do have to ask, because that is your wife who's doing the fire, the
Yes.
fire, the flamethrower,
Oh,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
Ernie.
How many times did you guys do of that before she finally got it?
Oh, no, that was one take.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's very good.
Wow.
She's very
okay.
good. Yeah. In season 2 intro, we took a couple of takes, but this year it was one take and we were done. We actually filmed that in an abandoned building, and the owner showed up
Sydney.
and said, "Hey, we are going to be this building is condemned, and we're going to destroy it." And I said, "Well, can we film in here real quick? It's it won't take long." And we had to go through a big long phone call with several people and get the okay to film in there. So that was really awesome.
Because I remember thinking there towards the end of that where she has that rolling down her arm and down to her back. I'm thinking there is no way in hell.
Yeah, that's the dragon staff. Yeah, I think I bought that for her for I don't remember, maybe our anniversary or Christmas. I'm not sure. It's all around the same time. Her birthday is December the 7th. Our first anniversary is December the 8th, and then Christmas is right around the corner.
So have you actually tried throwing
I'll be
some
right
of those
back.
things that she has?
Oh, absolutely.
And
Absolutely, yeah. I sling fire with her all the time whenever she practices. I'm not anywhere near as good as she is, but it's fun. It's really fun to, as long as you don't get hit in the face, it's great.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, well, like Cindy
Sydney?
here loves pranking paranormal people too.
Hey, Sydney, message me, honey. I only
Yeah.
caught part of what you had been through, and I haven't got to catch up with you. Message me.
Chris here says, reminds me of what we did to my friend. We got an Annabelle doll, put it in a rocking chair at the top of the stairs, scared the pee out of him. And then Jan's like, my son asked, what's the worst thing that could happen on an investigation today? Said pooping herself on camera.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and Chris, I think we know that all too well that you love jump scaring people. I learned that the hard way.
actually, Chris, what you guys did with the Annabelle doll, you should do that. Now, are you talking the one there at the Abbey or the Annabelle movie doll? Because I'm thinking about doing that at the Abbey. That'd be a
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many episodes are you going to have for this season?
I think it's got 8 episodes.
Okay.
I still have 2 in production, but
Rich.
I think it's 8 episodes.
Have to run the Annabelle doll and hugged her. Raggedy Ann doll at his friend's house. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, the last episode of this season, so we got invited to go to Myrtle's plantation. And
Myrtle's.
yeah. And that place is just beautiful. The evidence that we found there was extremely compelling, but not what I expected. You hear the stories of the oleander and the kids and the mirror and all the things, and I expected certain things, and of course you know as well as I do, any investigation you go into, the expectation is you got to go with no expectations, because then you get false interpretations. And so the expectation I had was not what I received. The evidence we got was really great, though. Supreme evidence on the SLS camera by far. It's some of the best I've had. So
Now, out there at Myrtle's, did you guys have the entire plantation yourselves, or were you only able to get certain parts of it? Because I know that there are many different things, buildings, and if you wanted last time I checked, if you wanted the whole place, you had to rent out the entire building, which could run you up to either $4,500 or $5,000 for one night.
yeah, so we got the whole place. The main building, if you rent a room in the main building, it's there's one upstairs, and then there's one that's kind of outside on the porch that's connected to the house. And then next door to that, there's the 4 rooms upstairs, the doll room, the John Wilkes room, I believe it is. And then there's 2 others, but they all connect. So we were able to get the master key that opened the door in between the house and the other half. And we had free reign of the whole place. And yeah, it was really awesome. And the Tourist Bureau of St. Francisville, Devin Corbello, he was with us as our guest together, and he was just phenomenal. He was great on camera. I mean, just that's why I love guest together, because they're all new, and usually, and so you get that love of that initial awe that people have when they first get their first piece of evidence, and they're like, "Oh, this is so cool," and I love that.
Hey, Marcus, I loves you.
Hey, Eileen.
So she's about to lie to you right now.
Okay.
He's gonna. I was gonna say, I think she's lying because she wants to reveal that she loves the beef sticks more.
I do love beef sticks. But I was going to say, I just got a phone call from my kiddo. I just got a phone call from my kiddo. We just got flooring put down in the other house, and they're needing some help with me moving stuff so they can finish putting the flooring down tomorrow. I, unfortunately, am going to have to cut this short. But, hey, 3 more weeks, and I will be back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We were just getting started with you.
Back to normal thing.
There's no such thing as back to normal for you.
Well, like I said, I walked in after work. I ran by the house, walked in. Marcus, I'm renovating a house. Walked in, and the new flooring in the kitchen was in there, and it was like so bright in there. And I was like, oh my gosh, the kitchen doesn't look like it was from the 70s. And so they're putting the carpet down tomorrow. They got carpet in one room, but we got to move everything from that room from all the other rooms now, so they can finish putting the carpet in there. So they're about to start messing with my stuff. So I'm like, oh no, don't mess with my stuff.
Carpet. You're not putting carpet in the kitchen, are you?
Oh yeah, just like the bathroom room.
And Eileen, it's too bad that you're leaving. It's too bad you're leaving now. Guess who's here?
You're blonde. We have to ask.
Hey, sweetie.
Shelby.
Hey, Marcus, Shelby.
To see Eileen leave.
Yeah, you're just about to see her leave.
Shelby is actually part of Backroads as well. Not that we've really done anything because I've been renovating a house.
Oh, yeah, for the past year.
So is Shelby gonna go with us to the jail?
I have not talked to her about that yet. So yes, Shelby will be going with us to the jail. She just doesn't know it yet. So
okay.
Well,
there you go, Shelby. You've been voluntold.
But I do love y'all, and I'm so sorry because I did try to. I was like, nope, I got to go do this. But yeah, they're about to move my vanity and things like that. And I'm like, I don't like to mess with my stuff.
Before you leave,
Just
Eileen,
wanna-
because I knew this from yesterday. I just want to say this quickly. I know I'm a day late, but I just want to wish Shelby happy birthday because it was her birthday yesterday. Hope you had a great day yesterday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
15 now.
Oh, so you're telling me she's older than me?
I do love
Well-
y'all. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Marcus, I am so sorry. You know I love you.
No, you're awesome.
But y'all
Don't
do
tell
check out
her
his
that.
show. I have watched his shows. Do definitely check out his shows. They're great.
Well, I'll leave you with this. I'm big on quotes, and hopefully one day somebody quotes me. But on one of our episodes, there's a quote at the beginning. It says, "Normal is an illusion. What is normal to the spider is chaos for the fly." So and I love that quote.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, define normal. So. Even though you're not normal, Eileen, it's great because you're not.
Let me repeat. I'll be back to my normal.
There you go.
I love you guys.
Which I'm not even sure even that could be defined.
I don't even think so either. But just remember, though, I know Marcus still likes me more, though.
No, he read it, and he says he does it. And guess what? I have in writing that Ernie Pack loves me too. So bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
I love you.
Wow.
Chris, shut up. These damn beef sticks.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, heck.
All right, so I wanted to talk to you about that mirror, though. I have heard so many things about that mirror, and the one thing that I hear more than anything else, and it seems to be the one that makes the most sense, is that it's stained somehow inside the glass, so it makes it look like there are children in there.
Correct. So handprints. So pareidolia, I just have to say pareidolia plays a huge factor in a lot of things. Could I see a face in there? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. But I could also say that it's a stain that looks like a face. The handprints, however, are very real and very outlined to the fact that if you get close enough, you look at them, you can just about see fingerprints.
Yeah. Now, how old do they say this mirror is?
So I don't have that information, but if I had to say, I would guess that mirror would be from the Civil War era.
So is it like original then to the mansion in some? I mean, to the plantation. Okay.
The glass is
the glass.
So
okay,
they've had the glass reframed several times, and they've had the glass re-mirrored. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like put another
uh,
piece of glass on top of it, or
The mirror.
No, like they take the film. Yes, yeah,
Like
yeah, okay, yeah.
and it's been cleaned and recovered and recoated, and the handprints and the dripping always comes back. That's the story that I was told, and I can tell you that I was there in 99, maybe, or no, I'm sorry, 2003, and I saw it, and then I was there with my wife in 2017 or 18, and then we went there this year, and the mirror has not changed. The staining has not changed, so I know that it's not outside.
That's actually a pretty cool thing to document.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the mirror is very large. If you speak with the people there, that they say that it was not forgotten to be covered. It was covered. But there's no that, and they have no other explanation, right? So it's hard to obtain original truth. You know, you dig through all the story and legend and lore to get to original truth, and that's what we all do. You guys know that's what we do. We try to find original truth so that we can investigate and come up with an answer that makes sense. For this mirror, I have no answer. If everything they say is true, I have no answer for that mirror.
Yeah, and that's the cool part when we don't have answers, because then we know it's something serious. I mean, that's obviously the definition of paranormal, but
Right.
That's the cool part, when there's not an answer, but when you find one, then there's more questions than there is the answer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why this field's still here.
that's right. And and we keep searching. We keep looking.
Yeah.
One day,
Jan-
we'll find it.
Jan asked a question a
Right,
minute
Cindy.
ago,
Yeah, right here. What's your plans long term?
and actually, before you answer that, part of your plans for long term involve us. That's my best friend, my sister, my other half.
So, Sydney,
No, Jan.
Jan.
Jan. Okay, Jan is your other half. Okay.
Yeah, that's she is. Well, to put it bluntly, she tells everybody she pissed on me, and now I belong to her. For a full disclosure, I am married to a man, and so is she. But it's one of those things that
Annabelle.
you feel like you've known each other for life, like your whole life, and that's her. She is acquiring some property that
Sean.
we're going to have a meeting about tomorrow. We're actually talking about
Hold on.
Hold on.
what?
David.
Don't give out any details.
No,
not
not details. Not details. We're actually talking about putting on something new that the paranormal field has not seen.
Okay.
And your name came up in that because of what you do. All right, come on, Sydney, pee on me.
You got quite a following involving.
So, Myrtle's Plantation. Let's get back to Myrtle's Plantation.
Yes, please.
Actually, in a year and a half, not this coming spring, but the following spring, I'm going to be coming down to Baton Rouge for a national bowling tournament. And I
Awesome.
never realized that
Of course, it's bowling.
Myrtle's was that close to Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah, no, it's not far.
Yeah, so I am going to have to make sure that I can make a special trip up there during the
So
tournament.
you need to
Bowling.
consider if you do stay the night there.
Well, I won't
'Cause you
stay
can-
the night. I'll just go up there during the day, do day tours.
Okay.
That kind of
So
thing.
depending on your timeline, if you can do like a night tour, it's very awesome. They tell you a great story. They talk to you about the staircase. They talk to you about the man being shot on the front steps. They talk to you about everything. So it's really a great historical story that you would love.
I have heard about those stories, but the one that I'm most interested in is the stuff that happens outside the building.
Okay. So like
I know there supposedly there's a very clear picture of a maid or a servant
between the buildings.
between the two buildings.
Yeah. So that is Chloe. And she was the one who accidentally poisoned the kids, or purposely, depending on which story you follow. But the feeling that I get while I'm there, oh, good, she's back. The feeling I get while I was there.
Real quick. This here is Kendall.
I was about to say, who is that?
Yeah, that's Kendall. He was our guest last week.
Hey, Kendall.
Hey, Kendall.
Yeah.
So yeah, the feeling that I get while I'm there is that she did not poison them on purpose. The story that I choose to believe is that it was an accident all the way.
Yeah. Cindy, I think Cindy was asking where this is at, but this is still Myrtle's plantation, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Myrtle's has a lot of history. Yeah.
It's one of the more famous locations, not just in the paranormal field, but historically.
Correct. Yeah. It was used as a Civil War hospital. It was used. It was owned and added on to by. I forget the family name now, but it's got a lot of history. Not just the children's death, not just the gentleman who was shot on the porch and climbed to the 17th step to reach his wife, Sarah. There's a lot of history there.
I'm not sure exactly where Cindy is, but I know I know which state, but I know it's about a state away from her because she lives down in Texas. So,
okay.
Not sure how far she is from the Texas-Louisiana border, but yeah, it's just a state
we're
away.
in Texas.
Pretty far.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I just know that she's down in Texas.
It was built by General David Bradford.
Bradford, yes.
Yeah, Bradford.
1796.
Remind me to, I see that's a location now that I'm thinking about it that I have not featured on Nick Files yet. So I'm gonna have to feature that place in a future episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
She's in San Marcos, Texas.
San Marcos, is that okay? So give me a landmark.
A big city next to it, Sydney.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
how far
like
are you from Houston.
There we go. And yes, Sean, that's border collie, but she's mixed with greyhound, and she's crazy.
Oh, it's in between San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
Okay, very cool. So San Antonio, so you're about 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 8 or 9 hours away from Myrtle's driving. But we were in Floresville, Texas, which is not far from San Antonio, and also Yorktown, if you know where those are.
She said, "Yep."
Yep. In case
Have you
anyone
ever
asks who
been to okay.
of Yorktown.
I've got so much going on I can't even think. Jeremy, help.
Well, I need to know what you're thinking.
I was wondering, no.
Old Park Hotel, Ballinger, Texas.
Old Park, okay, yeah, Old Park Hotel, yeah.
Ballinger,
Old
Texas.
Park. I don't know that place.
Ballinger is not too far from there. It's got Old Park Hotel, which is we know the owners and they treat you like family. They are amazing. They stay there with you. It is so cheap to go there.
Cindy's been there apparently.
Oh yeah, she has. But the place is, and this is one of the first places I ever really investigated. There's a entity called Killin' Jim Miller. He was an old cowboy. They called him Deacon. I got him on tape. His whistle calling the horse, because I did a lot of research on him before I went, like an idiot. And he ended up following me home and tried to kill my husband at the time, which, damn. Anyway.
That's always that's the risk we take, right?
Yeah. And all he did was make him bleed. It's okay. But that place, I mean, just, you can't even beat the people there, because they're investigators themselves. And when they bought that, They got the history. They got everything. But just I mean, of course, there's lots of stories. There's a portal. There's this. There's that. Unfounded. I don't know. That's not something I can attest to. But somebody following you home, yeah, that I can. But they are such sweet people. So if you're ever in Texas, they're amazing. Connie is the wife, and she is just the sweetest thing ever. And they stay there with you the whole night. They don't bother you if you don't want them to. But they're amazing. I couldn't say enough good things about them. I would love to go back there, but now whether I'll get to or not, it's a long ways from where I'm at now. But we'll see.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Do you have me on Facebook?
I don't think so. Connie, Dan, thank you, Sydney. I could not think of Dan's name. I'm so sorry. My mind is 10 different places tonight. Thank you.
Only in Colorado, Chris said.
You're only in Colorado? Only, honey. Have you seen gas prices lately? And yeah, the next trip we take for a paranormal investigation, I promise you it's going to be on a motorcycle because it's cheap.
How you going to carry everything? Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. Send me that location if you don't mind.
Okay. They are so amazing. I love those people. And that hotel has been, they've got the original stuff in it. They've done as much original as they can.
Yeah.
And it is just awesome. They give you free run. It's like, here, stay here. You don't want to do that in the winter because it's really cold. And it's one of those old locations, and you don't want to stay there when it's so hot.
Right.
But you have a balcony you can walk out on. There was, the history is absolutely amazing. I just
Bonnie and Clyde room is cool.
Yeah, and Sydney, I don't remember a story ever that Bonnie and Clyde were actually there. Were they?
That's what I was going to ask because we investigated Bonnie and Clyde there at the kill spot and at the museum.
Okay. I know. I lived 30 miles from her aunt's house when I lived in New Mexico.
Okay. Her aunt?
I never went there, but
awesome. So at the end of that episode, the Bonnie and Clyde episode, we had some awesome interaction with them at the kill spot because our guestigator was Mr. Bill Thompson, and he was like
Bill Thompson.
he was very close to Bonnie and Clyde's story, and her, I think her granddaughter or her niece is trying to get her body moved to be next to Clyde. And he told them that, and we got an absolutely super clear thanks from a male and then thanks from a female. And it was really an awesome investigation. It was so good. My film skills were not that great at the time, but the evidence was awesome.
Well, and if the stories are true, of course, it's like playing telephone. Some of it's going to be, some of it's not. But, if the stories are true, why would she not want to be next to him?
Right.
She died with him. She died doing what he wanted. Yeah, she was kind of a wild child herself, but they have a giant Ouija board, a
giant Ouija board.
Yes, that's been added since I've been there, huh, Sydney?
That must have been very recent.
Yeah, I know the doll room and the portal room where people have been thrown out of a chair. And then what I got, and that's the only thing I got was, and I know it was because I spent a month investigating and looking for killing Jim Miller, his family.
It's a huge
when I went there,
table.
I called out his name, his wife's name, the last words he said when he died, his kid's name, his horse's name. I went too far. I will never do that again, but I went way too far with that.
It's an Ouija board, like a huge table of an Ouija board.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's way been added since I've been there, because no, that wasn't there.
Sometimes you got to go a little far to find your limits.
Yeah.
I think that would be the limit. No, I'm good.
Oh, by the way, I just added Myrtle's Plantation to my future list. I mean, my list of future episodes of Nick Files. So I got it listed. There was another place I just recently added. This was actually from one of my previous presentations. This was also down in Texas. This was when I actually was with the that was when I did that countdown for Project Die Hard, Adrian, for Zach.
Yeah.
And one of the locations I had, Cindy may probably know this place because this was down in San Antonio, Texas.
She would.
The Alamo.
The Alamo, yes.
So I added that. I don't know too much about it because when I was doing the countdown, I was only, unlike most of my episodes where I literally almost like cover every historical and paranormal detail, because this was a countdown, I can only give some information about it. But I did say, of course, I'll eventually have a full episode on it. Good luck getting in there. Is it not open, Sydney, or?
I don't think it's open overnight.
Okay.
Yeah. The Alamo, I think that is the one battle that the U.S. lost.
What's that?
I think the Alamo is the one battle that the U.S. lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, the Alamo is the saying for that.
Yeah.
Pee-wee's bike is in the basement there. What?
I don't want nothing to do with Pee-wee, but
okay.
I don't even want to know.
Marcus,
I don't even think I want to know either.
That address and the reviews and stuff, it's an awesome place.
Okay, very awesome. I think I just got it. Awesome.
If you tell them
Wow.
you know us, you know Eileen, it wouldn't matter if you didn't know anybody. They're beautiful people.
Look at this. Cindy just gave me
I really
number of
appreciate
places now. The Menger, Emily Morgan, Devil's Den, Woman Hollering Creek. I know that place. That's where supposedly La Llorona is sometimes seen. Chinese Graveyard. Never heard of that place exactly.
Hey, you got to get that Mexican accent there, Nick.
I know. I don't.
La Llorona.
I know.
Hold on,
I can't. I'm trying my best to say it, but it's hard for me. So
It's hard for anybody.
all right, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this up for a second, just so I can write them down for future episodes.
Yeah, I just took a picture with my phone.
That down. Are all of your episodes featured somewhere in Louisiana, or do you go out of state for some of your shows?
No. We've been to mostly Louisiana, but we've been to Floresville, Texas, Yorktown. Our episodes have traveled into Texas this year. Season 4, we're starting to film already. We're going to travel into Mississippi and hopefully Arkansas. Yeah, so we're trying to grow our radius a little bit, but
And hopefully into Colorado.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we got to get you to Colorado to the Abbey.
I'm down for it. So I was in the seminary for a while, and I think the Abbey would be an awesome place for me.
So you would understand some of the because the placement of things is still where it was.
Yeah.
And like they had the thing that stuck out for me, there was two things. One was they had this like chain thing where a door opened and it was a dining room for only the monks.
Devil's
Den.
Okay.
And there was no head of the table because Jesus is the head of the table. There's nobody at the head. It's the monks over here. They got their dinner brought up by a belt and brought in. And when they got done, they would set it there and bring it down to the kitchen. It's not that they thought they were too good to go down to the kitchen. That's just the way it was. And
it's an early form of a dumbwaiter.
Right, and that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what they call it. And then there's the other thing that sticks out to
How
me,
much
and I
China
had an
sent
investigation the other day, and that smell, it's not something you forget. They would, of course, it was high elevation. In the wintertime, you cannot bury your dead. You can't.
Yeah,
The
you
ground
can't get into the
frozen.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the nuns, the monks, anybody that passed away that lived there had to stay in a, wasn't even a cooler. I'm not even going to say it was a cooler. It was a room.
Right.
And if you step into that room, and you're allowed to step into that room all you want, it smells like formaldehyde. And I wouldn't know what formaldehyde smells like unless I was in there. Jeremy,
Yeah.
you remember that smell, Nick?
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I do.
It's something you do not forget, and it's
You
cement,
don't.
and it's still stuck in there. The other day, I went to an investigation to another investigator here in town, and she had bought a hearse.
Oh,
And she was like, I've got bad luck. I don't know what's going on. Please come help, because I can't connect with spirits anymore. I can't do anything. Like I can't promise anything, but I'll come look.
yeah.
Open that coffin, and that is all you smell. And I'm like, okay, this I know what that smell is. Let's close it, because that's gross. It had been used for viewing. They had a coffin with that hearse.
Right.
It was used for viewing, and it was wood, so it penetrated into
Right.
that wood.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The silk had fallen down, and it was written on there, the funeral home name, and it said for cremation. I'm like, oh, okay. So I can't tell you that that's where your stuff's coming from, but I can tell you I would get rid of that immediately, because gross. But that place, those are the two things that stick out to me so much. And then we were in the, I don't even know what they call that room, guys. Do you remember? I know it's a chapel, but it's more like where the head priest stands, and there's only
like an altar?
monks go up to the top and they sing.
Oh, choir? The choir
Yeah,
balcony?
but it was just like for monks, not
Oh,
for
that's the
where you got affected. That room.
yeah,
The
Yeah.
monastery.
monastery.
Was it? Yeah, it was
the
right
chapel.
next to the room where women aren't allowed, because that's where the priests were changing, where the choir boys were changing, things like that. Women were not allowed. And then they had the sink. And this sink was just so cool, because there's no faucets. It's only a drain, a sink and a drain. And that's,
Sacristy.
Chris has got it.
thank you, Chris. Because they're supposed to, they dump their holy water down so that it'll bless the ground as well, but no real water runs through it.
Right.
So, women get affected when they're in there, or they get touched, or they get told, get out, or whatever the case might be. Those are the two places. But when we were in that, however you say what he just said, I'm not Catholic, obviously. We could see the monks walking up the stairs, shadows of monks walking up the stairs. And then they had like a cross or some kind of a symbol there where the priest would stand to preach, and you could see a figure standing there. Now, whether that was Jesus, whether it was a priest, I don't know. But it was amazing to see, whatever it was, and amazing to feel.
The entire property is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the Abbey building itself, but the nun's house, the cemetery in the back. That's
the cemetery. The cemetery. They have a priest buried back there that committed suicide. You and I both know they're not going to be buried there. If they committed suicide, it's not going to happen. They had a white square on his grave, which I found out later meant he's not really there, but his name is.
Right.
It was amazing. We got to watch. I don't know who it was, what it was. somebody walk out of that cemetery in the middle of the night and there was deer crossing at the same time. We were right there. And I'm like, I'm not getting close to the deer. I don't care about spirits. Those scare me because I know what they can do. It's mating season. It's running. No. But we watched a person walk out of there and disappear out of that cemetery.
That's those experiences that you never forget. And they just stick with you for forever.
They do.
They really
like you feel them.
Yeah. One of my biggest ones was Yorktown Memorial Hospital, and I probably said a bunch of things I shouldn't have said, and I got the reaction I was looking for.
Right.
So, but that's one of those things that you never forget the feeling, and you never forget what you were doing in the moment.
Nope.
We were at a place in Lake Charles, Louisiana called the Cajun Cafe, and I'm going to make this a really long, short story. So there's a book out there called The Man from the Train, and it's about the murders that follow the train tracks. And they go all the way from New York through Villisca House, the Villisca Axe murder house, through Iowa, all the way through Lake Charles, actually. And these murders are all very similar all the way across train tracks. And the theory is, and the book doesn't promote this, but it's a theory, is that if Jack the Ripper actually made it out of London, made it to New York by boat, these murders are very similar to something that he did. And in Lake Charles, there was a little girl who was 11 years old named Iris, who was murdered in her family's brand new home that they bought because her mother said you can go play, while she stayed in the hotel they were renting, which was a brothel, after lunch. And she was obviously assaulted in a multitude of ways. And she was slit from ear to ear. And her sister, who was 9, found her, went back, got to mom. And so the story goes. But in this Cajun Cafe, which used to be called the Sunset Hotel, which was a brothel, in this Cajun Cafe, there was a moment where on the SLS camera, we captured a figure behind the chair, and it was like a squatting person. And so I went to demonstrate what I saw. And when I did, it appeared again. And you can actually see on the SLS camera, this figure reaches up and grabs my hand. And my whole hand right here through the middle turned ice cold. And not my fingers, not my arm, just right here. And it was so cool. I'll never forget that.
That's why we do what we do.
Yeah, it gives me chills just talking about it. Was it Iris? I can't say that because we don't know. But it was a very short figure, and it grabbed my hand, and it just turned ice cold. And on the episode, I even played it in like really slow motion so you can see it. You see the arm go up, and then you see like the hand actually come and wrap around it was just awesome.
You know what would have been really cool to have at that point is a thermal imaging camera at the same time, just to kind of corroborate everything. But seeing it on camera and you feeling it is amazing.
So what we did have, Paul actually walked in with an EMF detector or a mel meter, and I put it on the chair, on the back of the chair, and I backed myself away from it, and we actually got EMF spikes. And there's no outlets or anything around it. We got EMF spikes on the mel meter and a temperature change on the mel meter during that event, or at least within a few moments of that event.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome experience for me. Again, but that was a once in a lifetime awesome.
It is, and that's things you just don't forget. And if you overthink those things, you go, oh yeah, it could have been this, could have been that. But your first instinct is always right. It's your first, and that's, as mediums, that's the first thing we learn is stop second guessing, because if you second guess, You can come up with anything you want to.
For
But
sure.
if you're reading for somebody and you don't second guess, they will say, "How in the hell did you know that?" Or where did you what? And that's another thing about Old Park Hotel. It was a brothel, and that's why Killing Jim Miller was there. He kept going there because of that.
Yeah.
And that was one of the few things I said to him. I said, "Your last words." Because when he was hung in Oklahoma, he was hung nowhere near there. It was in Oklahoma, in Ada, Oklahoma. And he wore a like a duster and a
Okay.
black hat, and he had a
Okay.
wedding ring on. And he asked three things. There was two other people hung with him, and he said, "Can you give my wedding ring to my wife?" They said yes. He said, "Can I die with my hat on?" They said yes. He said, "Can I die with my duster on?" They said, "No,
Red
you're
trench
done.
coat.
You've said enough." Yes. They said, "You've said enough. You're done. You're not, no, you're done." And he goes, "I'll see y'all in hell." And he walked off himself. He died on his own terms, just like he lived. He walked off himself while the others were screaming for justice or for help or for whatever it was they were screaming for. He walked off. And that's what I had said to him. And I kept getting that whistle. And I know Jeremy has heard the video. Nick, you may have too. But you could hear him do that whistle, and it was right beside me or behind me. And I was like, the person with me, I was like, "Did you hear that?" And they were like, "No." They had the S box going. And I was like, "Okay, never mind. Maybe it's just me." Then I heard on the other side of me. I'm like, "You had to have heard that. It was like right here." And they're like, "No, I didn't hear that." And I was like, "Never mind. I never said anything else." But we heard it on camera 4 times. As I was saying that, you could hear it. So I was like, yes.
That's
I wasn't
awesome.
crazy.
That's the God, I love hearing that stuff. That's just the things that bring you back. And what can I do next time to make it different and make it more plausible?
Yep.
What can I do next time to prove it a different way?
Yeah.
That's this. Jeremy, if I send you a link and tell you a time to start playing it, can you play like 30 seconds of one of my episodes? Is that doable?
I can.
So I am going to send it to you right now.
Okay. I'm looking at a picture of Jim Miller. He looks mean.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you, I know he does. And I know the things that he did were not so nice. But I'm going to tell you, the connection I had with him, and that's probably where my mistake was. That was my first investigation. That was my first. I had a connection with him. And I have to say, yes, what he did was wrong. Of course, killing is always wrong. But I have to say, he did it for a reason. He did it to try to better his life and his children. He did it. He of course went about it the wrong way. But I don't think he had the worst of intentions. I somehow connected with him where I just don't think he's that bad of a person. I think he went to extremes that he shouldn't have, of course.
So very rarely are people bad people.
Yeah.
People do bad things, but and this is my own personal belief, my own personal opinion.
Right.
Very rarely are there people who are just bad people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I connected with him. I could feel him. And there's no way of explaining that. There's no way of proving that. But and I connected with him a little too much. And that's why he came home with me. But it wasn't until 2 weeks later, after I had come home. I worked the graveyard shift. I was sitting outside having a drink, and I heard a whistle. I lived in the country. Nobody was around. And I heard that same whistle that we heard on camera. And I was like, somebody's calling their dogs. I left it alone, put my drink down, went to bed, and we had this board on the top of our bed that had sat there for 5 years on our headboard. And it had a cowboy hat, a bottle opener, and a spur, a Texas spur.
Yeah.
That thing came flying down, hit my husband at the time in his ear and pierced his head. Through his ear, pierced his head. And I remember him getting up and going, "What the hell?" He thought I did it. He thought I had done something to him.
Well, I mean, I can see his belief in that.
I have never hurt you in my life. What? And he was bleeding profusely.
Wow.
And I knew then I had to get rid of him. I knew what it was. He was not a believer. He was, his mantra was, there's 3 things I don't believe in because I've never seen them: God, ghosts, and aliens. I'm like, oh, that's funny. It's the 3 things I do believe in. We're not married anymore. But if anything would have made him a believer, it would have been that, but he thought I did it. I did not. I swear.
Again, I can see where he might think that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know you that well, but I can see that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I was sound asleep when he woke me up going, "What the hell?" And he got blood running. I'm like, what just happened?
Wow.
It took me a few hours to put it together. I'm like, oh shit. So,
It's taken me a minute to download the video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So while he's doing that, Chris apparently has a question for you, Marcus. What do you think about orbs? Jeez, that old question.
that's a loaded question.
I've heard a bunch of things about orbs. I have to believe that a true orb, one that you can see that has movement with determination, I have to believe that that is an energy that is residual or that has some intelligence, or is a manifestation or something trying to manifest with intention to get attention or move or create something. So I firmly believe that if you can truly call it and deem it an orb, which I've got a great one on our Yorktown episode that came down off of the balcony and into the chapel in front of our static camera and then looked at the camera and flew away. It's just an awesome one, but it moves with absolute intention. I think that it's an energy that is trying to either manifest or residual that is following a path that once followed before.
Charles Adams once said,
Whoa.
What the hell was that?
And that was Jeremy.
That's the video that he wants me to play.
The one thing that has stuck in my head that somebody told me, an orb is an orb, but one that is actually energy comes from nothing, like it comes through a wall or comes through whatever, and it disappears into nothing.
Sure.
And I tried to kind of keep that mindset.
So, in the very first episode that we ever aired, we investigated a retired abortion clinic. And at the end of that episode, we were picking up, and everyone is a judge and jury, and that's fine. I was in the room. I know what I saw and did not see. And in our static camera, as we're picking up and we're moving out of the room, dust, you can kick up dust and it kind of meanders around and falls. These things started coming out of the floor, and there were so many. I didn't put them all in the episode because it was so lengthy and I didn't know much about film at the time. And I was trying not to bore other people, and I was just about boring myself, so I knew that other people would be bored too. And but there was like, I don't want to sound overly exuberant here, but it was, I mean, when I say hundreds, I mean really hundreds of orbs coming out of the floor. And there were over 7,500 abortions performed in this building. So, you know, it's, what is it? I couldn't tell you what it is, but I know that it was not, dust doesn't fly upwards and then
Right.
it just doesn't.
The only time it does if you're stepping on it and it
Right.
goes up and then it goes right back down.
Right. And you know, so this was not the case at all.
Wow.
So I don't have an explanation for that. I don't have a good episode to tell you to watch to see it, because I didn't make good episodes then, but you know, we're getting better and we're doing cool things.
That's what matters, though, is that, you know, it's on film, and the people that watch it, you know what, they can make their own assumptions, whatever they want to do. But those of us in the field are going to go, okay, I want to talk to this person and find out what was the circumstances it was under, just so you can get an idea for your own evidence.
For sure.
And the people that, you know, I've done that before. I'll be like, okay, so tell me the circumstances this happened. And automatically they think you're trying to attack them. And I understand that, because a lot of people do. But if somebody's honestly asking a question saying, you know, tell me about this so I can further my study as well, we can all do it together. Right. But, you know, a lot of people are not that way. Right. Or they've watched too much TV. I don't know which.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Whatever it is.
I agree. But you know, they each their own too.
Yeah, right.
So I've got the video ready now. The reason I had to download this is that apparently YouTube has updated their policies, and now it is against their policies for people to have ad blockers. So, yeah, and I've had an ad blocker for years because I don't want a whole bunch of shit popping up on my screen. So,
well, they outsmarted you.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got ads on mine all the time.
They think they're going to outsmart everybody, but what they're going to do is they're going to alienate people. That's the problem.
Yeah, they will. They do.
So, okay, so I've got the video ready. Let's see. I think it is. Okay, this one here.
Yeah, that's me in the screen.
While the audio on this camera is not very clear, what we are looking at is a figure that seems to be close to the floor, peeking around the chair. So I explained to Josh what we saw in the SLS camera. And then.
Move back. Don't move. It's on the chair. And it's like on its knees. Look at it holding your hand.
Watch as the arm appears to reach up and take me by the hand, and I physically feel a change in temperature.
For real. It looks like it's like caressing it. Kissing it. Nah. Dude, it's all on it, man. Holy.
Yeah.
Still there.
What's your name?
Yeah. It's all over it.
Could this be Iris, the little girl who was murdered while playing in her new home?
Move your other hand over there and see.
So.
Oh man, it attacked it.
Like in a frog position.
Pull it back. Pull your hand back to your side. And still the chair, on the back of the chair. It moves back from you. Swap out with, see if Paul gets the same.
Dude, they're saying that something's holding my hand in the SLS camera. Okay. And it's here's a EMF detector.
Put it in the other hand, yeah.
Is the temperature dropping? Is it still on it? It is dropping. 0.7, 0.8. The EM's going way up. 70 degrees down from 73. 1.1, 1.3. 5 climbing.
Yeah, my excitement in that.
Is somebody in here with us? 2.2, 2.1. It was at 0 EMF, and it's up to 2.5, 0.5. And I'm not touching it. Nobody, there's no electricity around this thing. Marcus, here, periscope.
Still there.
Don't hold it, set it down. And using Paul's camera, I am able to show you the fluctuations in EM energy, as well as using the SLS camera to show you a figure standing next to me. 2 devices showing evidence at the same time in the same location and with my hand feeling cold while they said it was being held is definitive evidence, in our opinion, of an entity standing next to me. 3.6.
Was that a brothel?
It used to be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was. That was one of those experiences we were talking. Like, I'll never forget that experience. That was.
Yeah, and you can't, unless somebody has actually done that or experienced something like that. That's what they call a personal experience that you can't. There's always going to be critics, but and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it really was, Chris. It was really cool.
Similar to what happened to one of our teammates a couple of years ago at the Old Lake County Jail, Tim Kohler. We were at this jail. The top floor is known as juvenile, and that's where all the kids were at. And there was 3 or 4 of us out there, and we were all kind of standing there with our hands held out. And Tim was saying, I'm a father. I've got kids. If any of you misses your parents, my hand is out here. You can come and hold my hand. And he said that his hand started getting really cold.
Yeah. And so Paul is a major skeptic, and that's why I have him on my team. He's my best friend, but I need him because he keeps me honest. If he weren't there, everything is a ghost. So he keeps me honest, and so we started really digging into the air conditioner vents, and this apartment is it's kind of, we're on the 2nd floor, and it's kind of cool anyway, but we could not discount the EMF detector, the millimeter. We could not do anything to prove, because sometimes the SLS camera will pick up furniture, and that was our first thought, right? Well, okay, but looking back at it, maybe it picked up, but the movement was and coinciding with the cold and the EM energy was all just. There's no way that could be anything other than something interacting with me at that moment. So yeah, literally, Chris, it was literally cold. Yeah, my hand was. It turned ice cold very quickly.
Yeah. That is, and that's what matters, is that personal experience along with that equipment, because. Yeah, I mean, if there was an electrical plug, something like that close, it could mess with the equipment. but that personal experience.
Yeah.
And of course, you have to trust the people that you're around. You have to
Oh,
trust,
for sure.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and that's why all of us, Jeremy, Nick, we've all investigated together, and we know when somebody says something, we're not just saying it just because, oh yeah, the equipment went off, so oh yeah, now I feel cold.
Yeah.
But you have to, and that's, I guess that's why shows are so. I mean, like I said, I've seen the Travel Channel's little no, not doing it. But what?
Nick is just in a happy, laughing mood.
That's good. That's good. But trusting the person that is saying this is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
And we don't investigate with anybody we don't trust. You
Right.
might do it once and then you don't do it again. But
Right.
Anyway.
until you know. But it's one of those things that I don't know that we'll ever get in our lifetime, scientific cameras or scientific any kind of proof that is not our personal evidence. We're trying. Kendall, he was on a little bit ago. He is about as close as I know to getting something like that, but I don't know that we will in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But what we are getting is good enough. I mean, we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it like you said a second ago, it's all about the personal experience, right? That's why we keep coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to just be on TV on Travel Channel or whatever channel,
Right.
okay. You
Right.
can fake anything you want to, or, even if they do get an experience, they add to it.
Well, I mean, if Travel Channel or Amazon or Netflix got in a bidding war over my show, I wouldn't say no. I mean,
Right. But
Yeah.
it's still
but
what
it would be
you
my
filmed.
show.
Right. It's still what you filmed. It's not
Yeah. Right.
what they told you to film.
Yeah. No. That's not going to happen. That's what we do is very real.
Excuse me.
Very in the moment. This is exactly how it happened.
Right.
And I have a small fan base, but I do have some fans who watch our show, and we have some kids who watch our show, and so I bleep out all the cuss words because it happens, and it is what it is, but it's exactly how it happened. I don't redo anything,
Right.
So.
And that's and that's a neat part about being in the field and getting to know all the different people.
Right.
We know who's honest, and actually I don't think we associate with anybody who's not. We might once, and that would be the end of it. We're not going to announce that and say, oh no, these people, no. We just don't associate with them again.
Right.
But that's their thing, and whatever path they go down, not our problem.
Yep.
That's right.
Just don't come back to us to help, because no. But
just the ultimate "I told you so" kind of situation.
And that's words I hope I never ever have to say to anybody, because I've had it said to me and they were right. So I don't want to ever have to say that to anybody, but it's just one of those things. Okay, this is your belief. This is how you want to do things. Have fun. That's just not me. That's not what I believe in. So you just do you. Have fun.
That's right.
I won't ever. No, I'm not going to say won't ever. I usually don't down anybody unless they're trying to steal from somebody or, doing something to harm someone else. Then I might have a little issue. But other than that, have fun. And if you come back with something, show me. If I can learn from it, I will.
Yeah.
I don't know it all. We're all learning.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things, but the people that know it all,
Yep.
No, there's no. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think everybody that we're associated with has something to teach, and we all have something to learn.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what we do. We learn from each other.
Yeah.
That's what helps everybody become better.
But we
Definitely.
also check each other. It's like, are you stupid? What did you just say?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's think about this. Let's go back to the beginning and let's talk about this.
Almost
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
But-
I don't put that in my episodes.
No.
I
We
get
do
that a
that
lot.
behind the scenes.
I hear that all the time, but that is not in my episodes.
No, we do that behind the scenes. We don't do that out there. But
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But
No,
yeah,
but-
no, that's and Chris, he's actually real close to. He's not the owner, but he's like the person who does the guides, the tour guides, things like that at the Abbey. He's on every. I haven't seen him not on one of them. The Twitch channel while it's going on because the guy streams it to Twitch.
Okay.
No matter what happens, it's being streamed.
That's cool.
It,
Yeah,
it
we
is.
learned-
It really is.
Yeah.
I
I
wish
learned
they
that the
had
hard way.
cameras more places, but they will, but just not right now. Chris, I've heard before. You've heard what? Boy,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard a lot of shit, especially when you scare people.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to say. Yeah, I learned that the hard way because of him.
Yes, you
He's
did.
cool. I like him. He's cool. Guys, do you realize
Oh,
it's
God.
8:13?
It's got the clip
Yeah.
of the jump scares. Oh my God.
Chris, you better keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for an opening to say that we've been on for 2 hours now, and
I know. I could talk forever, but I really need to get a hold of some people and see what's going on because I still have not heard anything, and it's been 3 hours.
It's just that Marcus is a good. It's just that Marcus is a good guy here, though. Oh, and look who just decided to show up.
Hi,
Chill.
sweetheart. Hello. Good night.
need to start that early so that you can watch our shows
Oh,
instead.
you may want to tell, by the way, because the fact that she's late. But for me, it was a different story today because you were kind of shocked to see when I showed up, Jeremy. Adrian didn't know. You may want to tell her that quickly.
Oh, I'll tell her about it on Tuesday when we do Fear Fans. So here is. There we go. So here
YouTube
is the link to his YouTube channel. Let's see, get it on one other place here.
It has been a pleasure. You guys are awesome. All of y'all.
There we go.
Adrian, didn't we say a while, like when we had him on a few weeks ago, that we thought about bringing him also, like whenever we had like another investigation at the Abbey, would bring him along or something like that? I
Yeah,
don't
we
remember.
talked to him about it. Yeah,
Okay, for some reason I couldn't remember that.
but we're going to talk to him about something else too.
Yeah.
That
I
new,
will. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you.
that new beef stick shop seems pretty interesting to investigate.
Okay, let's get this clear right now. We are not investigating anybody's beef stick. Okay.
Okay, but
Oh no butts on this one.
yeah, no butts on the beef stick. I get it. But
Yeah, let's not.
what if there was a sausage factory down the road that I could bring you guys to?
Now, that I would do because one, that would be a good investigation. Two, that would be I don't know if it'd be a good smelling investigation. And 3, you can cook up all the sausage you want and just have at it.
Well, most
Right.
importantly, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it would also be a real sausage fest.
Oh my God, Nick. Oh my.
Nick,
Okay.
Mark,
What's that?
you be throwing out dad jokes.
Okay. No. Hell no. Okay.
Oh,
We're
wow.
gonna say goodnight at this point now.
We will say good night, but I am not going to play the outro right away. I am going to be playing a 5-minute video that Marcus supplied to me, and then we leave.
Yep, there you go.
And no sausage fest. We leave.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, this is not a sausage fest video.
That was definitely a dad joke that I did not see ever.
Didn't see that coming, right, Jeremy?
Not from you. Not from you. So anyway, until next time, come join me tomorrow night on 13th Dimension. I'm going to have Phil Gibson on. I am really excited about this one because we are going to be talking about ancient aliens.
Nice.
So,
Bye, everybody.
till then, have a good night and thank you for playing along.
Have a good night.
Chris, Jill, Jan, Beefstick. Jeremy, y'all be good. Thank you.
It's the abyss room to me.
My fingertip, baby.
Hello.
Look, he moved over.
For 3 seasons, Spirit Guides has been filming in locations where most people wouldn't want to know what is lurking behind the veil.
Don't mess with me.
I had this scary feeling that I would be.
Some hair raised on my neck and my arms.
For those of you who have joined us since the beginning, you know we are not your ordinary paranormal investigation team.
Not safe.
Y'all are beautiful at what y'all do.
I'm open to new experiences.
I felt something drop chill.
You guys wanted this.
That was a big motion. That was a big one.
Whoa! Yes!
What's your name?
Paul,
Oh, no way.
I'll move something.
Really?
Welcome to season 3!
Is there anybody here with me?
That was I'll get 3 points.
Not mine. Not mine. Not mine. Oh my God.
Tell people my story.
What is your name?
Betsy. Hello.
She's not. Hello.
Everything had fallen off of the vanity. Off.
Can you light it up again, please?
I heard it.
Oh my God.
Doesn't look like it's recording.
Oh.
It's a creepy little place.
Come on into the abyss.
He said nope.
I like talking. I would like to not know that story.
I was freaking out too, but I was like, I gotta get this on camera.
And the last time I changed my battery, I forgot to hit record. You're welcome.
No, it was not. Because I just said
That's a picture. The red button's
Oh, the red button. Okay, well, I just took a bunch of pictures.
This is my land.
not anymore. There's a lot of kids here.
Like he's pacing around in my head and circling me right now.
And then I hear just like steps come down and one of the doors shut.
There were a lot of child dead.
This is not a good place.
Just shot kind of up. And then it came through.
Making sequence here.
Oh, wow, they're both turning.
It was like, come sit over here, Amanda.
And so she sat down next to the
A woman here.
A woman is here?
You can't tell if your eyes are open or closed.
Right? F***ing crazy.
Yeah, you did.
No, dude, I felt it was cold. Right the look at the hair on my hand, on my arm. Holy shit!
I thought I heard something.
Oh,
For lack of a better word, your soul. Like it's wanting to take you into that.
Yeah, that was spooky. That was very spooky.
season 3, come see us. Gotcha.